Okay, how's everybody doing? So, there's an event today at the gun show. Young couple came by the table. And this is really kind of one of those things I really enjoy about our business. So they were looking for, their first go bags. They're kind of asking what size they needed, first out the gate. Standard beginner questions. Great questions. There are so many people just walking around, they don't even have an everyday carry bag, that if they had to ditch their car and get by, they got what's in their pockets. And for most people in 100-degree weather, that just doesn't get it done. So, young couple, back to them. So they're asking these questions, and so he's looking at one size bag, she's looking at another size bag, and they're asking me what I thought. So I'm doing the basic, okay, what do you want to put in it? How are you going to use it? Or are you actually thinking about, hey, I'm going to put it on my back and walk for miles and miles? Or is this just, hey, I'm going to grab it and get into the car and we're going to go someplace safe? So here's what I told him. Women can often get away with a little smaller pack than a man, just because of size. I know what you're thinking. What do you mean, Chris? Well, the average female is 30% smaller than a man. That means when she rolls up all her clothes, if she brought the same amount of clothes he did, and a little bit more, she's still going to have more space in the same size pack. So she can downsize her pack a little bit. Men typically can't do that because their clothes are usually bigger. They take up more actual physical space, cube space, however you want to look at it. And that creates some space problems. The next question was the most critical part of it. She said, what if we have a baby? Good question. So I looked at Dad and said, hey, Dad, here's what they didn't tell you when you got married and decided you're going to have a baby. You have a new job. It's called pack mule. Yep. All you loving dads out there, all you male providers, there's a reason, on average, males are 30% bigger than women. Because you get to carry all the stuff they can't for the little person. Then we had a long discussion because my oldest is 20 now. All the stuff they might have to bring for their future bundle of joy. He had a lot to catch up with. There was a lot. But super proud of that young couple. They don't have their head in the sand. They're not trying to talk themselves out of everything that's going on in the world isn't that bad. Things can't go bad. They're actually light years ahead of a lot of people who, gun sales are up, ammo sales are up, and politicians should be aware of that. I mean, that's kind of a wake-up call when you see that many of your citizens preparing for something like civil war, which I hope that doesn't come. I've seen it firsthand. It's not pretty. But for early to mid 20-somethings, they were taking what was going on in the world very seriously, and they were preparing for it. They weren't afraid of it. They weren't terrorized by it. They just, hey, we need to put some plans in place. And that's what I encourage all of you to do. It's a really fun part of my job. It's very, very rewarding. The Army spent probably millions and millions of dollars teaching me a bunch of stuff that is perfect for times like now. So I love being able to share it with people. It's a real joy. Yeah, they made some sales. I made some sales out of them, but the goal for this was always to help other people survive their worst day, because I have been truly blessed to survive some really bad days. So It's one of the highlights of my day from the Fort Worth Gun Show. I'll do my best to share some of those more in the future. Hopefully you like them. If you do, comment below. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, share. That's how small veteran-owned businesses grow. Squatch out.